what we are given to understand from agencies that the government may cut GST, which is the GST Council actually, on cement, air conditioners as revenues improve. On only luxury and sin items will be kept under 28% GST slab, which is, I think, even when GST was rolled out, the expectation at that time was that these slabs would be revised, and ultimately it will only be luxury goods that will come under the heavy tax bracket, that is. Make a GST on large screen TV sets as revenues improve. Finance Ministry favors 18% GST rate on ATF. Government may mull inclusion of ATF in GST or rather under GST after 2 months. May not allow passenger airlines GST input credit on ATFs just as yet. May allow cargo airlines to claim GST input credit on ATF. Vivek Iyer joins in to give us more perspective firstly on these flashes. And Vivek, for the cement space, it's been a newsy week.
Well, absolutely. The news refuses to abate as far as the cement space is concerned, at least as far as this week. Now, if you actually look at this particular piece of news, you have to keep in mind, before the last GST Council meet, the expectations were very, very strong that both cement as well as paints, both of them would come under the 18% bracket. But, most of the industry participants were quite surprised and frankly slightly disappointed that, cement was not brought under the 18% GST gambit. The whispers doing the rounds was that, because of the fears of cartelization that was happening, they were still slightly hesitant to bring cement under the GST. But very interestingly, now you are actually getting comments from the Finance Minister himself saying that cement as well as air conditioners most likely are going to come under the 18% bracket. As far as cement is concerned, this is going to be quite a significant move, currently taxed at 28%. Even when the GST was actually brought in, it was effective tax rate of almost 35% that was brought down to 28%, and now it is going to come down to 18%. So quite significant gains, especially you're going to see a lot of EPS upgrades coming in as far as cement is concerned.
Okay, yeah, and Sanjay Gupta of Star Cement joins in with a quick reaction. Sanjay, again, long awaited. If it does come by, it will be a big shot in the arm for the cement sector.
I think the last GST Council meeting, we were hoping that this will come by. But it has not been. If I have not heard this piece of news which you are reporting, if FMI said this, we will all definitely welcome this step of bringing cement to 18%. That will be a very welcome step by the government.
This is just that Mr. Jaitley is saying that cement should not attract that kind of a duty because it is not a sin good. It is not cigarette, tobacco or luxury cars that it should be taxed at that rate. So this is not an official statement or some release which has come from the ministry. But if I work with the assumption that eventually cement rates are headed lower and it will come down to 18%, could that lead to a demand uptick, or cement demand is inelastic of pricing?
See, I think the demand for the full year is already was up by around 6% all India last year. And the kind of infrastructure push which we are seeing in from the government side, and also the affordable housing and the work which is going on various infrastructures in various parts of the country, and the rural demand which is there, we are seeing a good monsoon which is continuing. So we hope that the rural demand after the monsoon will also pick up. So we hope that the overall cement demand to move from 6% to at least 8%. And the GST cut from 28% to 18% will surely help the demand, because it will be more affordable to the common man to buy cement and build their houses. So we hope that with the monsoon picking up and GST coming down, it will definitely help. The prices will come down, and that will help the common man.
Yes, most definitely. Mr. Gupta, can you just qualify how much prices would come down by if, and that's, a big in block letters, if this change does come through?
So the overall, I can speak about East. The East prices are somewhere around 340 to 350 rupees a bag. So if it comes down by around 10%, we should see at least a reduction of 25 rupees to 30 rupees a bag.
Well, Mr. Gupta, appreciate your time. I hope it really happens. That will be a big change. I mean, 20-25 rupees for cement is going to be a very big change.